Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a box, and the box here that I picked out that works perfectly measures 5.5 inches across. Now I bought this particular box at the Dollar General. They had a whole bunch of these in different prints. There were some that had foil paper on the side. I didn't choose the ones with foil paper. I bought only the ones with the regular scrapbook type paper on the side, because I knew that I was going to paint it and I wasn't sure how it would work over the foil. Now when you measure this box, you're not going to measure by the lid because that's going to be slightly larger. You're going to measure by the bottom of the box here, and that is what is 5.5 inches across. And you can see I got this from Dollar General. Okay, so we're going to take off the lid, and I'm going to save the lid because you can always do different things with a lid as well. And this is a nice sturdy box. Now what I did was I used the Deco Art Americana acrylic paint, and it's in the color Honey Brown. This is the same color that we used to paint our little gingerbread cups with, and I think that it works beautiful with this project as well. Okay, and what I did was I cut up a scrubber sponge from the Dollar Tree. I just cut the sponge and dipped it in the paint and just did this all around the box, and when that dried I gave it a second coat, because you're going to need 2 coats for this. Alright, now you don't have to do the bottom, but I tore this off and did the bottom as well. On the inside I used a soft, very soft bristle brush, because you really need that in order to get into the corners. Okay, so you're going to give this box, like I said, 2 coats. And here's the finished box that I already did, and see how nice it turned out? Gave it some texture on the outside. And here's the bottom. And then the inside I did with a brush, and it's nice and sturdy. Now this paint is a matte finish. It doesn't say matte on this bottle, but it is a matte finish. So go ahead and make up your little boxes, and I allowed these to dry overnight and they turned out perfect. So go ahead and paint your little boxes and then come back and I'll show you how we do the rest. Okay, so now you're going to choose some kind of a gold cord to put around your box with Fabri-Tac, and you're not going to go completely around. You're going to leave the front blank, and it's for a reason, and I'll show you all about that a little later on, okay? So I did purchase this from Hobby Lobby. It's called Braided Gold Trim, and you get, 3 yards for $2.49. But if you want to wait, they do have these on sale for 40% off a couple of times a month, okay? And it's very pretty, but you can choose any gold type of cord that you want to put around the box. Now, when I did put this around the box, I left maybe this much hanging off the edge, because the minute I glued it down with Fabri-Tac and I pressed it down, I went in with my scissors and cut it off like this, and then immediately pressed the end into the glue, because if you don't do this, then it will just unravel. And as you can tell, I put tape at the end here so it wouldn't unravel. So you have to do that with this type of cord. So I just wanted to give you that little piece of advice there. So the next thing that you're going to need is a Christmas card. Now I found these Christmas cards at Hobby Lobby, and right now all of their Christmas cards are 50% off. So I didn't get these for $9.99. I got these for $5, and you get 15 cards, and it has a nice linen type texture. It's very pretty. Very nice cards. They really do have a nice selection this year. And they put a little sample of the Christmas card outside the box, and as you can see, I took advantage of that and used that card as well. But let's see if I can give you the information here. Yeah, okay. So you're going to need that from Hobby Lobby. And what I did was I took my paper cutter and I cut this off just at the fold. And the reason why I did that is because if you notice, I'll open this card. Maybe you can see it better this way. You can see up close the ridge here. I didn't want that ridge on this photo here, okay? So that's why I cut that little ridge off with the paper cutter. Alright, so then the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to rough cut this, but I'm going to be careful to leave a little bit around here. Okay, and so it kind of, we just rough cut it like this around the top part. That's all we needed to do. Okay, believe me, this will look nice when it's finished. And I'm saving this too, right here. I'm setting this aside. Okay. All right. Hold on for one moment. I need to get something. Okay, I got what I needed. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to very carefully and very meticulously just cut around here. That's all the cutting that needs to be done. Alright, so I'm just going to be very carefully cutting around, and you just take your time, go very slowly, and if you need to stop like this to kind of assess where you're at, then do it. Now as you can see, I'm turning the image, not my scissors. Okay, and then you're going to go up here this direction. And I'm doing this around a camera, so just bear with me. If I didn't have the camera here, I would be able to go a little faster. Okay. Okay. And there we go, see? Isn't that pretty? Now we're not finished yet. Okay. Alright. I'm going to use I'm just setting this down for a second. Okay. So the next thing you're going to need is a gold paint pen. This is a metallic paint pen, and I wouldn't use the Sharpie pens. It's a different gold. This is more of a metallic gold. This is by let's see. It's called Deco Color Premium pen. It's by Marvi Uchida. I don't know if you can see it. I've used it before. So I'm going to shake it up. Okay. See, it's metallic. You can tell. Alright. And I'm just going to... There we go. Now, with this part, all I'm doing is around the edge, like this. Okay. And I don't want to touch that paint because I don't want to mess things up. Okay, now don't want to touch that, but you can see how the edges are outlined with gold. I like to do that step because I just think it adds something to it. Okay, now I'm going to be very careful and lay this down on some type of print magazine page or something like that, or just to let it dry. Okay, and it has to dry as long as you would allow paint to dry, because it is a paint pen. So don't stick your finger in it to see if it's dry, because make sure it's sat for quite a while. Now I help to speed this up using a tabletop fan, and that seems to help quite a bit too. So we'll be back once this is dried and I can pick it up and handle it. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so this is completely dried around the edges, and I did cut the words on the inside of the Christmas card out, and I just kind of made a little cloud type of thing around it, and I outlined it with the gold paint pen as well, because I figured that we could put this on the back of the box like this. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you different things that you could do if you wanted to. Alright, so as you know, with the Nativity ornament in my last video, we used those little tiny delicate stars on this holographic type of paper, okay, or vinyl I should say. That's what they call it, vinyl. So let's see, I'm going to turn this over and kind of measure out about how much I need for this. I know I don't need that much, but I always like to give myself a little extra space to be able to lay this down. And I'm also going to do the same thing with the inside of the card that I showed you. And I do have a link to this paper on my blog. You can find it with this project or any other project that I use this star paper. And my blog is happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com. Okay, so this is how I take this apart that works for me. Okay, I take some double-sided tape right here from the Dollar Tree. Well, you can actually find it anywhere, but okay. And then on the paper side, I'm just going to stick my finger right there, because I have that double-sided tape on my finger, and I just do this, and then eventually it just comes apart. Usually doesn't take too long. I better not say that, I'll probably because this will be the one time that oop, it's not sticking very well. Hold on. See, what did I tell you? Any other time it comes right apart. Okay, see? Just took time. Alright, so I'm going to lay this down. And then I'm going to take this and lay this down here. And just kind of flatten it like this. Okay? And then I'm going to turn this over. You see all the beautiful stars? Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm just going to take some scissors and just take my time and cut this off. The scissors I'm using have a Teflon coating on the blade, which is nice, especially when you're cutting out things like this, you know. Just go slowly and cut it all off. So I'll go ahead and finish cutting this off behind the camera, and or I should say off camera. And I'll do this too because I don't want to keep you guys waiting forever. I'll go ahead and cut off the bottom part for now, but then I'll do the rest on off camera. Just taking teeny tiny little cuts like this. It seems to work the best. See, we're getting there, slow but sure. What the heck, I'm almost finished. I'll just go ahead and do this. I'm taking little tiny cuts. You can kind of feel your way around. It's hard to explain, but you can kind of feel your way around by leaning the blade up against the edge here. The reason why I'm taking tiny cuts is I don't want to take big cuts and accidentally cut into the card itself. I can kind of feel my way around. Okay. Okay. And I'll go ahead and take my little detail scissors and cut out the little piece that's in the middle there. And then it'll look really pretty when we're finished. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just clean that up a little bit and do this too off camera, and I'll be back. Okay, you are going to need some gold silly winks, and you can buy these from Hobby Lobby. I love the silly winks because they don't shed and they're very thin, so you can use your paper punches with this too if you'd like, and it's only 99 cents a sheet. Now I cut this sheet in half to be able to fit this on my table, but they come in 12-inch by 18-inch sheets, okay? And you can find this at Hobby Lobby. So I'm taking my Fabri-Tac, and on the back of this I've already started to put some glue, so I'm going to go around the edges here, alright, like this. Alright, now I'm going to place this right here on the edge, but I want to show you that I'm going to leave about a ½ an inch on both sides, ½ an inch here too. And you'll see why in a moment. Press this down. Now I'm just going to rough cut that ½ inch, okay? We're not cutting around the image or anything yet. I'm just leaving that ½ inch all the way around. Okay, so we have this, and I'm going to put the rest of that away. Okay, so we have what looks like this, and now I can lift my camera up a little bit. Alright, get this away. Okay. Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to leave slightly over 1/4 of an inch on both sides. We're going to be very careful. We're going to be cutting around the border. Make sure this sits nicely and this is nice and even across here. Okay? And you're going to take your detail scissors and look how slowly I'm cutting. You want this to be slightly over 1/4 of an inch, and I'm just rounding the corners, going as slow as I can because we want to make this nice and even. Alright, we're going to round it here a little bit, and we're going to go up here. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. And we're going to go around here, leaving just slightly more than 1/4 of an inch. Okay, now I'm going to set my camera back up. Okay, and see, it has a nice border on this. Okay. There. You can see everything. So, you know, just round up anything that needs rounding up here. But to me, this looks pretty good. So, the reason why I wanted it to be slightly more than 1/4 of an inch is because you want to cover up the ends of the braid as well. Okay. So you're gonna glue this right here. Make sure it's sitting like that so you'll know where to glue it. Alright, and then I'll show you what we're going to put in it as well, but I'm going to put some glue here in the front. Get some of this off the side here. I got a little crazy with it there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Alright. So, we're going to place this right in the front, just like that. And then press this down. See how it stays up nicely. And I don't know if you can see the stars on that. Okay, so we're not finished with it yet, alright? Almost, but not quite. Now this part here, God's greatest gift was given to us at Christmas. May His gifts of love, peace, and happiness be yours. A little bit of glue on that. Turn this around and glue this right here on the back of the box. Okay. Now on the inside of the box, you can use a couple different things. This is some very, very fine shreds of paper, and I originally purchased this to use making little bird nests. You can get this from Temu. It's very inexpensive. I only bought a little bag, but they have big bags too that you can buy. Or you can buy the crinkle paper shreds at Dollar Tree, in the craft brown. It looks like craft paper that's crinkled. I only had white, so I had to show you the white. But what I'm attempting to do is kind of make it, I guess, look like a little manger. Okay. So, if you're sensitive to crinkling, please turn down the sound, because I know I'm going to get some comments if I don't say that. Alright. Oh boy, they really bagged this up pretty good here. I mean, pretty well. Okay. You see how fine this is? These are called just paper shreds, I think, on Temu, but you gotta look. See, look at that. And you put it in here. It looks like a little manger. Now, you don't need a ton. Just enough to, I would make a hole like on the bottom here and just try to put these little paper shreds around like this. Okay. I think this would look cute. Okay. So you have, it looks like a, you know, I thought that was kind of cute. It made it a bit like a manger anyway. And then you can fill this with anything you'd like. Now, I normally fill it, you know, with a box of coffee sticks and maybe some chocolate, and or maybe some small cookies or glazed nuts, or, you know, anything you'd like. Even the little Debbie Christmas cakes, I think, would be cute in here. So you can fill it with anything you'd like, and I might do that for the thumbnail picture. But basically, this is it, and I think this makes a really lovely neighbor's gift. And it was very easy to do and very inexpensive. And, you know, I'm sorry for the close camera angles. I was a little concerned about that at first, because usually when I'm working with projects that are a little larger, I get kind of close at times. But I hope you enjoyed this. So take care, and God bless, and have a wonderful Christmas. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, this is Lori from happybirdsglitternest.blogspot.com, and thank you so much for joining me today. I have a very inexpensive and beautiful little gift that you can make up for neighbors or friends, anyone you'd like. And I will tell you that I think this turned out just beautiful. It's a little Nativity gift box, and of course you can fill it with 1,000,001 different things, including homemade goodies or candies. So stay tuned, and I'll show you exactly how I made this.